So that's some of the challenges and areas I think that we have to work on. My work with the Cannabis Buyers Club and Hempology has been incredible. And 15 years ago, basically, I came across my first meetings in Vancouver and decided to be an educator in the field. So 14 years ago in September, I've been in Victoria having these kinds of forums. The first real issue to come to me, though, was the medicinal uses of cannabis. I started to meet people that used it and had met someone that made cookies and such, and thought that someone needed to be just brave enough to stand up and start to do this. It has been one of the best decisions of my life. I know some people don't know the history, so just real briefly, I started in a van with a pager and a pamphlet with the Cannabis Buyers Club. I got an apartment, worked out of there for about 5 years, slowly meeting people. Was told by the police to get a store, and got busted about 9 months after moving into the store. It's a lot easier to get a warrant in the store. Ironically, the person that brought the police that day, though, had been cut off for buying pot for someone else, so I caught him. So he tried to shut us down out of vengeance. The judge actually recognized that our mandate was very strictly for personal medicinal use because of that, and actually used that as a way to justify giving us an acquittal. So we had those charges dropped from that rate. Ironically, in the second trial, I was convicted of trafficking cannabis resin in the food and skin products of our club. I beat that at the Court of Appeal, but as you may have heard earlier, it is the case where in Canada you can legally grow this plant. As soon as you cook it into a butter and extract it in a cheesecloth, you've made a drug, cannabis resin or THC. In fact, I've been convicted by a jury of trafficking THC because we have an annual pot cookie giveaway that back in 2000 I was arrested at. And so the edible and skin products are much more illegal to sell, ironically. Our store's been through 4 police raids, our bakery 1, so 5 raids, 13 charges, we've beaten every single one of them. Our bakery was raided this past December, and no charges were even entered into court in that case. They're not really keen on battling us on the particular issue of edible and skin products. We now have 29 food and skin products. We have saws, massage oils, we have butter balls, cookies, lozenges, we have little capsules. It takes quite a while to go through them all. We have our product guide is online, so you can see how to make every single little thing that we make. We show things about Dr. Hornby's decarboxylizing and all that stuff. We want people to have the best possible medicine. What's that website, Ted? Hempology.ca, yeah, and the Cannabis Buyers Club as well. I think there's several links to that. Okay, so yeah, 14 years. We've got 3,100 sick people we're helping now. I have
in a small community.
Full-time staff of 15 of us, not including the dozens of growers that work for me. It's really phenomenal to have helped that many people. The cookies and food and skin products are pretty much sold at cost. It's like 75 cents a cookie. As I was joking with my friends in Courtney, I'm selling the cookies so cheap because I figure if I keep people alive a couple more years, they're buying more pot. That's my plan. So, so it's been incredible. The club at the university and the club downtown Victoria. Now we're busting a move. This is the first step. Actually, it's one of the first steps. I wasn't sure if I was going to go public with it, but here we go. We have bought a vehicle. We are doing deliveries to Courtney and Comox with cookies every single week. We plan upon either setting up stores or helping clubs set up in all the various little towns up and down the island. This medicine needs to be made available, and it's really sad how few people have stood up to the plate. And there are 15 clubs in the country, but there needs to be so many more. There's like 5,000 people with licenses. There's 995,000, like a million. That's not exactly, but there's there's 1 million people that don't have access to these clubs or to Health Canada's program. Our club requires a proof of a permanent physical disability or disease. We do not require a recommendation from the doctor like Health Canada or some other clubs. The sort of constitutional standard of having a medical necessity by being diagnosed not only meets the court standards, but it's the only reasonable thing to do. Until it's an approved drug, requiring doctors to prescribe it is not going to work. They're very hesitant to do that. And so Health Canada's programs are unconstitutional, as we've proved every time we get. And so you know, that requirement is sufficient for the courts, it's sufficient for our organization. So yeah, we're driving, spending the night up to Courtney, doing little Tupperware parties kind of up and down the island. Yeah, we're going through Nanaimo. Yeah, we're visiting all the towns, Ladysmith, Nanaimo, Parksville, and meeting people and stuff. So yeah, if you want more information, we'll have it up there. I'm going to try to wrap up here real quick. So yeah, so the Buyers Club, we're expanding up and down the island. We've run into this wonderful group of people, the North Island Compassion Society, or Club, sorry. And we're working with them to actually next month they're hosting a couple of events, a film, April 6th and April 25th. It's 4 weeks today. We're going to be in Courtney. And myself and Gail are speaking, as well as several members of the Compassion Club there. Just kind of, in a way, it's they're coming out of the closet, and we've been very fortunate to find them. We're teaching them how to make the food and skin products, and just can't say enough about it. So yeah, it's been really awesome. And yeah, like I say, our plans are to have the whole island flowing in cookies. Hempology as well, it's just on the cusp of busting out. In terms of these conventions, next October we're going to be at UBC, that's our next convention. Next January, SFU, and then February and March will be UVic in here. Next February at UVic, we're going to take it to even that next level, where the day before, on the Saturdays, we're going to have workshops and a debate panel. So we'll get 4 or 5 people up debating a certain issue, and then have a break, and then we'll get into breakout rooms. We'll probably have one on medical distribution, one on growing, one on activism, and one on politics. So we'll break up into 4 rooms, have working group sessions where people can try and come up with plans and ideas on what to do. And then we're going to complement every single one of our conventions with these workshops the day before. So by the following year, or by next year, January SFU, yeah, February UVic, March here, we'll probably hit U of T up for September, and then UBC in October. And gradually we'll be at a different university every month with these revolving working groups. We'll put it live online so people can watch it online, and have these interactive chat forums working as well. We really want to get some plans happening and more things on the go, so those workshops are going to be critical for that.
Hey, Ted? If you want expansion today, Normal is running this live feed.
We're on Normal today too, right?
Yeah.